Smart 24, driving business.
Well, a very good morning to you watching. This is Smart Women's Business. It is 7 minutes past 7 a.m. and of course, we are here every Monday to Friday giving you information that you need in line with business. My name is Masika Tsime and welcome. It is a cold Monday morning. You know, I was thinking to myself, the hour I decide to wake up in the morning, that is when it decides to rain. So I don't know really if the universe is against me, but then regardless, I had to show up. Yeah, whether storm, whether thunder, whether hurricane, it doesn't matter. You have to show up for work as long as you need the money. Well, a lot has been happening over the weekend, and I know most of you had a very lovely weekend, but whatever transpired, let it stay there in the weekend and let's move on in the new week. And of course, today is the 20th. We are wrapping up the month. We just left 10 days to go. I don't know how your month of November has been, but talking to a few people, I don't think the month has been as favorable for some people. So definitely there has to be another way to beat the month of December as we are looking forward for the festivals. Are people going to go up country for the festivals, or they're staying around due to financial constraints? You know, you have to make sure that probably you balance. By the end of December, you have saved for January 2024. Yeah, don't spend it all. You know, have some something left for yourself. Well, today we have an interesting topic, and of course we're going to be looking at strategies that can propel the tourism industry in Uganda. And of course, given the fact that we are rich, yeah, we have diverse landscape, and we're rich with culture. That means it makes Uganda an ideal destination for most African people to come in. Well, of course, over the years, actually, I think since last year, the performance of tourism has actually been improving here. Definitely, I believe if we could actually have strategies and ways to improve our tourism, we can actually beat Kenya, we can beat Tanzania. So definitely, because I mean, we have it all. We have it all. We are the pearl of Africa. You don't need to look for the pearl, yet we're all here. You don't need to go to the ocean. Yeah, we are already the pearl here. Well, of course, some of the strategies that we can actually do to make sure that we improve our tourism sector in Uganda, that is also focusing on a sustainable tourism. Yes, of course, Uganda being a home to a variety of ecosystems, rainforests, we have wetlands. Our government should promote sustainable tourism practices to protect these fragile environments. We have the likes of Mabera Forest. Of course, over time, government has been coming in to, to stop people from actually cutting down the trees that are in Mabera Forest. If you went in Mabera Forest those days, I don't think it was possible, because a very dangerous place for you. But now people have settled in. People do use firewood. We have a lot of trees. We have a lot of vegetation. So therefore, we have to be sustainable when it comes to tourism, make sure that we have a good environment for our animals to live in, mostly those the baboons, the gorillas. The gorillas in pretty penetrable forest that should not be hindered. People should not go in there to get likes of firewood. No, it should be specifically for the mountain gorillas. Yes, so that they could have a good environment. Yeah, and of course among sustainable tourism, this could include encouraging the use of eco-friendly lodges, eco-friendly lodges, and tour operators, and educating tourism about the importance of conservation. Yeah, you could actually have eco-friendly. I've seen some places that have eco-friendly lodges. It's friendly to the environment. Yeah, conservation is really key. Wetlands. Let's keep the beauty up. Let's walk. Let's travel. I used to love the fact that I used to be going up country, and I used to see wetlands, swamps all over, like a huge chunk of land. But I no longer see. All I see is settlements. Yeah. So where is that beauty? So we need to focus on sustainable tourism. Well, another thing that we could do that could actually help improve our tourism is developing new tourism products. And of course, the government should work with the private sector to develop new tourism products such as culture tours, adventure activities, and agri-tourism experiences, which is really key. Tourism is diverse. It's not about the animals, it's not about the lakes. No, it's really diverse. You can really do a lot when it comes to tourism. I've seen when it comes to adventure activities, I've seen people going to going to those forests, camping, zip lining. You go hiking. It's a lot. It's really. I just feel like every destination should have an activity like that can really lure people to actually participate in that, other than going to see the gorillas, and that's it. Of course, for gorillas you trek a little bit, so that is so an adventurous activity. You take pictures, and of course, given the fact that we are really rich with culture, there's a lot of culture products that we can put on. You've seen when you go to Mara, there is a site there for Manyankole. You can go and see the cows and every product that is. So there has to be that promoting our culture so that people can really love it as well. Well, of course, another thing that we have to improve on is marketing and promotion. We need a lot to do with that. Carrying out marketing campaigns. Yeah. Go on your page. If you're a tour operator, if you're a tour operator, just go on your page. Beautify your page. Market Uganda all over, wherever. It'll be a person or an individual calling. Advertise for Uganda, market Uganda, go to the different sites, take pictures with the flag of Uganda, let people know that you are proud of your country. Yeah, you're there, you're not taking pictures, wow. But anyway, that is also should be one of the key factors that we have to note. Come 2024, and of course, investing in infrastructure. Yeah, we need to do that. The impassable roads. Yeah, we have to improve on airports. We have to have more of these airports. To make it easier for tourists to come and not to fly, the long distances. Imagine I'm from Bwindi, then I have to go to Kapchora. Yeah, so there has to be a flight. The inconveniences, which is good, which I believe for you to enjoy Uganda, really you have to take a bus. You have to take a bus, though the roads are not that well, but you have to take a bus to really enjoy. Because there's a lot you could actually miss out if you use air transport. There's a lot. So I think, if you improve on our roads, I think it would make it a better place for us to live in. And of course, supporting community tourism. The government should engage and support community tourism initiatives as this can help spread the wealth of tourism and more evenly to reduce poverty. You've seen that. I've seen this in Winnie Penetrable. So the neighboring people right there, they get a lot. Actually, when the tourists come, they sell them some products, and they get some money for themselves. So use that as an advantage. Yeah, use that as an advantage if you're near a tourism place. Yeah, if you're near maybe a hot spring, create something, so that you can benefit from the tourists that come. And of course, like promoting domestic tourism, which you've been talking over and over again. People should actually come and embrace. Citizens should go. There should be subsidies on payments to go and explore. And actually, it's going to be a festive season. I believe there has to be discount, for other citizens. If I come with my family, there has to be a discount so that I can come again. Well, of course, also embracing technology, enhancing security, developing human capital. So those are some of the few factors that we have to look in order to improve our tourism sector in Uganda. So away from that, let's take a look at what is happening in the press. I see a lot to do with the royal wedding. So really, if at all you didn't really have a view of the royal wedding, grab yourself a copy of the New Vision Daily Monitor, you will have a feel of it. Well, let's get into the press. Well, of course, I have the New Vision, and of course, making headlines. Police officer arrested over 1.3 billion robbery. What is happening in the security? What is happening in security? And of course, suspect accused of committing crime 500 kilometers from his workstation. Well, and of course, the Chavazinga wedding here, the glamour that people really enjoyed right there. And of course, Museveni inspects progress on roadworks. This is interesting. Yeah, it's interesting. It's good that he actually took initiative to inspect, because it could be shoddy work that is not done. Giving the funds and people not really working accordingly. And of course, obituary to Joyce Mpanga. Joyce Mpanga was a woman of many fasts. That's when you grab yourself a copy of New Vision. And of course, here in the Daily Monitor, making headlines, uproar as court makes it easier to fire workers. And of course, Court of Appeal sets precedent in a judgment saying the employer in a case before it did not have to give reasons for termination of an employee's contract. Well, this is some beautiful article actually on page 4 of the Daily Monitor. And of course, experts call for overhaul of education exam systems. And of course, okay, that when you get yourself a copy of the Daily Monitor. And of course, here in the East African, new oil deal will ruin me. And of course, as Kenya loses $100 million in Kisumu port business, Uganda investor Mike Makula making headlines in the East African. Ugandan investor Mike Makula's $270 million fuel facility is going into disuse. It's a huge loss for Captain Mike Makula. And of course, Tanzania shuns the East African single tourist visa. Dodoma says until since its concerns over security, immigration, and revenue sharing are addressed, it will not continue to hold out. So, those are some of the issues that Tanzania has for it to shun the single tourism visa. Yeah, as long as security is catered for, Immigration and Revenue, they are willing to participate. That is what is happening there in the East African. You can grab yourself a copy of the East African. And of course, here as the president inspected some of the road as ahead of the NAM, the G77 summits. Uganda has to go a lot on pressure when certain functions or summits or huge events are yet to be. So by the time the president comes in, that means really he needs order. By the time 2024, come 2024, when the NAM and G77 is going to commence. And of course, the summit will be held at Speak Resort, Munyonyo, from January the 15th to 20th. Well, the G77 summit, will be held in January the 20th. So no sleeping, 21st to 23rd here. So there is need actually cooperation, so that by next year, but actually by December we are really ready for these people, And of course, private sector is the engine for Uganda's development. That is Bahati, that is David Bahati. As I said, the private sector is doing a splendid job in keeping Uganda's economy afloat, which they emphasized actually in the budget this year, prioritizing the private sector, involving it more. The Minister of State for Trade, that is David Bahati, was speaking during the People's Choice Awards at Speak Resort Munyonyo in Kampala last Friday. That is really nice. He noted that the private sector provides goods and services that generate tax revenues to boost economic infrastructure, adding that it has brought in more innovative solutions that help tackle development challenges. Which is really cute. I really agree. For those that are hoping for Black November, I see prices have been reduced to 50% off. So you could actually get yourself some products, electronics there. And of course, UCU Storms University Quiz semi-finals. Uganda defers signing the EU OSCPS Pact. And of course, Uganda has deferred the signing of the partnership agreement between the European Union and the members of the Organization of African, Caribbean and Pacific States, raising several concerns. Well, the Foreign Minister, Affairs Minister, Permanent Secretary Vincent Bajire said that that some of the countries that signed the agreement last Wednesday in Samoa, but they deferred their decision pending further engagements with their national stakeholders. I think we had discussed this last week, about the Samoa issue. So definitely grab yourself a copy of the new vision if you're really interested in this beautiful article. Well, of course, beautiful pictures here of the Chelazinga wedding. Yes. And of course, Balalo are proxies for ministers and generals. That is the Chief Justice in his word, page 5. So definitely beautiful. And of course, still experts want education systems to promote all-round learners. Yes, there has to be equality learning. Yes, as the Uganda National Examination Board, that is NAEP, winds up this year's national examinations, education experts have called for an overhaul of the country's education system to shift from the current grading system to nurturing all-round talents. So they can grade you according to whichever talents that you have. And of course, here airlines are urged to join campaign against wildlife trafficking. Yes, very key. The fact that today we're talking about tourism. Well, airline operators in Africa have been urged to prioritize discussions around the fight against wildlife trafficking. And of course, that was Dr. James Msinguzi, the Executive Director of Wildlife Authority, Uganda Wildlife Education Conservation Center, WEC, claimed some wildlife traffickers are now using different airlines to traffic parts of wildlife animals across the globe. The ivory, I don't know. That's what I think. Ivory, which other parts really do you think could be smuggled other than ivory? Ivory, because it's a very, very important resource, can be used to use batons, other things. Of course, stakeholders want anti-corruption court decentralized. Yeah, that is in the Daily Monitor right here. And of course, I'm seeing here the pain of getting PDM cash. So if you've also been in the struggle, you could relate to this story. Now, the parish development model beneficiaries attached to 22 circles in different divisions of North and Central. And Central in Port Portal City are facing it rough to access funds. Well, of course, the locals who had been seen queuing say that they were enduring harsh conditions, including the scorching sun, to have their bank accounts opened. Yeah, it's a picture of them lining up there in the sun. My goodness. It's funny how you fight so hard to get this money. People are really desperate. The two financial institutions selected to disperse the funds are Housing Finance Bank and Centenary Bank. Yeah, so every day there is a lot when you have to get this money. And of course, power blackouts cripple businesses in the East. Yeah. So people in the East have been facing blackouts. Actually, I do remember a friend of mine told me that they used to have blackouts. And of course, Office of the Prime Minister injects 3 billion shillings to skill youth in northern Uganda. Quite an initiative, hoping that these products will be given in appropriately. 3 billion is a lot of money. It has to be accounted for appropriately. Okay, so of course we are 28 minutes past 7 a.m. and of course this was the preview of the press, what is happening in the press, but a lot to do with the Busoga Kingdom. Yeah, congratulations to the Kingdom of Busoga. We are happy that we have a new queen. We have a queen in Busoga. Well, of course that is it. We shall go for a short commercial break, but coming up is East African International Business News. Do stick around and have yourself a cup of tea.